Tonight we're going to take a look at something different, and I guarantee you have also been overlooking it, but you may want to start paying attention to it just a little bit, especially if you're a customizer. What are we talking to? Well, come right back and you'll find out. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So glad each and every one of you can make it. That's right. Tonight we're going to take a look at something different. Again, it's not Hot Wheels, but it is die-cast related. And I guarantee you have been overlooking it just as I have. And what is that? I've already taken this apart, so just disregard that. Jada trucks. I mean, look at that. That is a very nice casting of the Jada Silverado. Nice four-wheel drive, nice 4-door. I mean, it's super cool. And I'm just using this one as an example for tonight because I'm actually going to be doing another one for me. But anyhow, you know, these are pretty cool and everything, but I think they have more potential than that. And it involves disassembly to start with, and let's start with that. Now, to get it apart, there's a screw in the front and there's a screw in the back. I've already removed that. And I've already removed the screws that hold this in. There's 4 screws that come in from the top. Get it apart and I'll show you. You can see the 4 holes there. This just sticks up in there like so. And there's 4 screws that holds that in. There's your rolling chassis. I went ahead and removed the screws for speed. And then you have the base. And you can see where I'm going with this. You can take this, throw it in a box and save it for something else, or make another car into a 4-wheel drive. But we're actually going to go the other way with this one. This one is going to be lowered. That's right, it's going to be lowered. And I actually have other plans for the other one. As you can see, I'll go ahead and show you while we've got it apart. It's just basic. Basic design. You know, the glass pops in and out. I'm not going to do it right now, but it's die cast. The interior is pretty detailed, actually, considering what it is. I mean, look at that. Nice dash. It's got a lot of buttons for the radio and center console and everything. It's actually very well detailed. But we're not. Well, I'll set that to the side too, so we can work on it. Just that way it doesn't fall out each and every time. But that's what we're working with. Put the bumper over there too. At this point we can strip it, we can paint it, whatever we want to do. Now you should have a few things of wheels laying around. That's the rears. I need the fronts. There's the fronts. So I got to decide if I want to use big and smalls or if I want to use all bigs. I'm not exactly sure. Well, I'm going to just use these for demonstrations. I'll probably swap them out later on with something completely different like that, you know. But let's just start with these. But you should have anytime you take a car apart, these are just dollar store containers, you should be saving all your wheels. You never know, you can, at the very least, you can reuse the axles. But if you look at this, there's no way in the world this is going to fit right there. There's just no way it's going to fit. I mean, it won't even fit in there. But with that stated, look how cool that would look with that on there. I mean, I think that would just look really cool. Now the front ones will fit because they're narrow. They'll actually fit up in there just fine and dandy. So we really don't have to do any modifying to that, but I don't know if it's going to look right with those. And then the big ones on the back. I don't know about that yet. But what we have to do is we have to figure out what we need to cut and mark it. So if we look at this, the way we should be looking, and we want these wheels to sit inside of the opening. So we can use this rear end as the actual center line. And then now we just got to figure out what we need to do to it. And this is plastic, so you can cut it with almost anything. It looks like if we go about the center of the holes, that'll work just fine. So let me get something to mark this with. So if we come in, if we square that off right across there, right, and come in about center of that, and you'll understand why I want to stay in the center of that when I get it cut. If we do it just like that, staying about the middle of that hole, that's how much we're going to be cutting out. And the theory behind it is, when we cut it out, by leaving half that hole, it's going to give us something to drill into for our axle tubes. Run the axle tubes between there, and then we'll be able to put the wheels in. That's the look we're going for right there. That's going to be super cool. Alright, there's the roof opening. Now we can clean this up with files and stuff.